adventures. There's many. I think my favorite adventure was the first time I landed with Swiss EP. As a person from the region, I didn't quite realize that I still had a lot to learn. And when I went looking for my hotel, the taxi driver told me in Macedonian, "Ne parfmost, jeftormost." And I went looking and I couldn't find the hotel and I couldn't find and I couldn't find and my phone didn't connect and this didn't work. And I realized I was looking in the wrong direction because my boat was actually my boat. My hotel was a boat on the river instead of a hotel on the boardwalk. And then it became the big joke for the whole founders retreat about how I knew what I knew, but I didn't know what I didn't know. And then they started making lots of jokes, but I was able to turn it into a positive by inviting all the founders to host one-on-ones on my boat. And then they came. And we were able to talk a lot about both how culturally business is different in different countries and also sit in a very nice environment and talk about their business. When I came on a mission, I was supposed to come to Albania first and ended up being asked would I go to a different mission in advance. And I was, okay, I'm here, I'll come. And I met this woman whom I didn't know, and I didn't know what exactly I was looking for. Literally on the bridge across a river. There's always a river in these stories. And she gave me the biggest hug and said, "Oh, this is going to be the great next 10 days." And it was amazing. She's full of energy, full of passion for the ecosystem. And it was so nice to be able to spend 10 days not only building the ecosystem, but exploring the region and getting to know each other. And since then, we've been able to go to many different places, both through Swiss EP and through other options. And it's really nice that that experience made me realize that the mentors are as important as the founders in terms of the people we can connect with during the whole experience. She is Katrin, she is Estonian, and she's been part of the startup ecosystem for a very long time. So hi, Katrin. It was really interesting. When I first came, the startup system was still emerging. And now over the past 2 and 3 years, it's changed quite a bit. The companies are becoming a little bit more mature. They're realizing to build beyond product, to commercialize their business, to see whether or not they can actually create a business that can scale globally fast. And they're migrating away from only bootstrapping into private sector funding through angels, through VCs, through band networks. So it's been really nice to see the transition over the years of the ecosystem and individually of the companies themselves. I've covered all of the Swiss EP markets in the Balkans, and each country has its own special magic, and it's been really a good learning opportunity to understand how culture is shaping the way that the founders are moving forward. Many of the founders have also had experiences living abroad. So while they are based from a country, they've also lived away from the country and in some cases continue to live away. So it's nice to see that mix of how everybody comes together. There's a few. One is they're very strong technically. A lot of the businesses here are truly solving a global problem with a technical underpinning. So they build the technical base, whether it's AI, whether it's VR, whether it's LLM, machine learning, whichever they're building their technology first, and they are looking at it from a global scale. The second one is they know what bootstrapping means without even knowing that they are bootstrapping their business. The money doesn't always flow into the region, So they are very tenacious and scrappy to be able to find ways to build their business, to expand, to launch without worrying about when their next fundraise is going to happen, because they know it may not happen as fast as they would like. So they're able to build their business, high gross margin, and very fast in order to keep funding their business and their growth. The Swiss Entrepreneur Program is a really good support mechanism for a lot of the ecosystem. The reason I say the ecosystem is because it brings together founders, capital, and support, different types of expertise, mentorship, access, whether it's government organizations, non-government organizations, different partners. It is an ecosystem that Swiss EP is building, and that is a huge benefit. So if people do wish to get involved, it's a really great team of people that is all coming together, collaborating in order to grow the region.